Hi, my lovelies. How are you doing? Here we are for Lilith's live show. I'm really sorry I didn't send out any reminders. I completely forgot. I'm at home with my little one. It's the 8th week of lockdown here in Austria, and things are slightly crazy sometimes. So I forgot, but here I am, and I hope I can see the comments this time because the Facebook, the new live producer, is quite weird in my opinion. So if you're here, just let me know in the comments. Let me know how you're doing. Today, what I want to talk about is rituals in general, and more specifically moon rituals, because it was just the full moon yesterday, and yeah, as always, I had a beautiful ritual with my transformation and apprenticeship members. And I received a lot of questions from some of you lately in private messages and in the group about what to do on a full moon, about what to do on a new moon, what is the best time for. So I thought I'd just go live with this topic. And if you have any specific questions, just let me know in the comments. Okay, I can see some of you are online. Please let me know in the comments if you're here. Let me know how you're doing, because I'm not sure that I can see comments here. But I will definitely get back to your comments later on. Good, let's dive right in. So, I mean, why do rituals in general? Rituals, or even what are rituals? So, in a ritual is a ritualistic act. It means we are doing something specific. We are using a specific moment to consciously dedicate it to a specific purpose. And in a ritual, we are always inviting in like more than ourselves. We are inviting in spirit. We are becoming aware of the fact that we are connected to all that is. And we are opening ourselves up to using these energies that are all around us to co-create with life. Hi, Vicky. Great to see you. I know it's very early morning for you, so thank you for being here. So, yeah, co-creation with life. I mean, this is what manifesting is all about, and it's so often misunderstood. Many people think like, okay, I want to have this or that in my life, so here's how I'm going to draw it into my life. But that's not exactly how it works. For us to manifest something, we have to become something. That's the key in it. We can't just have something more if we don't become something more. So manifestation really at the core is all about becoming. And that's why manifesting doesn't really work for most people, because they don't understand that if they want something to change in their lives, it's they who have to change. That's really the key. So in a ritual, we are really acknowledging that. We are acknowledging that whatever we want to manifest, we are going to have to change. And we're inviting the forces of the universe in to help us do that. So you can do a ritual for anything and everything, to let go of things, to welcome things into your life, to heal. You know, you can do a ritual for yourself. You can do a ritual for other people. And there's so many ways. And in general, like the only thing that you need for a ritual is a specific place. Obviously, we're going to hold the ritual a specific time. And then what you need is an intention. So you always want to let that intention come from your heart. This is so important. Like if you come from your mind, then whatever you're trying to accomplish, you know, it's probably not going to be very effective, because the mind is just the surface level of who we are, and the universe helps us co-create on things a lot more effectively that are for our highest good and the highest good of everyone else. So to find out what that is, it's always really good to flow out of the mind and into the heart. I have a practice for you in our women's circle here where I show you exactly how to do that. And if you practice that daily, that's going to change a lot of things for you, because if you can calm your mind like that again and again and really start to live from the heart, that's when life becomes so beautiful, and you can be so present and feel everything that is. And yes, it's not easy in these times that we live in to feel everything, because there's also lots of things to feel that obviously aren't all that pleasant. But we can do a really good job in protecting our energetic space to only let in what does serve us. So, of course, there's going to be sadness, anger, overwhelm, stress, trauma in our lives, but only that which really serves us and helps us to grow, and everything else, that's just, energy intrusions that we don't actually need. We can actually really shield ourselves from that by protecting our energetic space. I also show you how to do that. It's also here or on YouTube. If you can't find it, let me know in the comments. I'll help you. So coming back to the ritual, all you need is a set time and space. And what I love to do is clear the energies of the space before I start. So you can do that, for example, with a spray that is designed to do that. Like there's lots of sprays that have, for example, flower essences inside, or a specific scent, or you can also smudge the room. Like my son made this really cool thing for me. This is a Palo Alto stick. So he made this from Play-Doh. It's glitter Play-Doh because we do so much smudging. So that's how you kind of clear the energies. What you can also do is do a ritualistic act, like, for example, cleansing yourself, taking a bath or a shower before you start with the ritual, putting on specific clothes that make you honor the moment, make you feel special. And then what I love doing is consciously start the ritual by, for example, lighting a candle. You can also draw a circle if you know how that works. Drawing a circle around yourself when you're doing a ritual is always a good idea, because you're shielding yourself from energetic intrusions that you might not want to have present. You can do that, for example, by, like I love doing that with the help of crystals. Clear quartzes are amazing for amplifying energy and for energetic protection, but you want to make sure that you cleanse them afterwards with water or by putting them into the moonlight, so that they also can let go of these energies and you don't keep them around. To draw a circle, you just put the stones down. Mostly you do that in a clockwise direction, and then after the ritual you want to open the circle again, which means that you remove the stones going the other way around, anti-clockwise. And obviously you can draw a circle with many different things. Like if you are outside, you can use sticks to do that. My favorite way is to do it energetically, which is what I'm teaching all of you who are learning shamanic journeying with me in the transformation or in the apprenticeship, where I show you how you can enter your place of power here in the middle world, in the energetic realm that we live in here, by stepping into the stone circle, the white circle of standing stones with your tree of life in its center, which is an age-old shamanic practice to really, really step into your personal power and be protected from any intruding energies. And then what you do next is you really set the intention for your ritual. So what I like to do, obviously something is driving you to do that ritual, right? So you already know the direction in which it's going. There's something is manifesting in your life that's not ideal, not the way you would want it to be. So you're going in with that general topic. But then what I like to do after I started the ritual is really flowing out of my mind and into my heart to make sure that the exact intention I'm gonna set is gonna come from a deeper place within myself and gonna serve, is really gonna be for my highest good, and that automatically means for the highest good of everyone else. So once you have done that, once you have received this intention from that place inside of yourself, you really want to make sure that it's very clear, it's very specific, because we're dealing with energy here and it's so subtle. So we want to make sure that it's exactly what you actually want and need. Yeah, and then once you have set that intention, then it's really all about feeling into how this can come about for you. Maybe in this ritual, you're going to be guided by spirit to do something specific, to say something specific. Maybe words are going to come to you, maybe an image, maybe really specific directions on what to do after the ritual. So this is, what I really love to do is just give things space and see whatever comes up for me. And then, of course, if it's the full moon, it's the perfect time to do a ritual to let go of something specific. And letting go, many people think that they can just push away things, and that's what letting go means. But it's actually not true. Whatever is in your life is serving you in some way. So if you really want to let go of something, if you really want to change something, then you have to make sure that you are giving yourself whatever you want to let go of was giving you in a different way, maybe in a more wholesome way, in a more pleasant way, before you can actually let go of whatever that is. It might be a habit that you hate about yourself. It might be the behavior of another person that you're trying to change. It could be so many different things, but the reality is that whatever is happening right now, all the manifestations of energy in your life, they're just a mirror of what's going on inside of you in the moment. So if you're really ready to let go of something, that means that you already know how, like you've already understood it on the soul level at the core. You've understood what this bad habit or this negative pattern that you're in with somebody or whatever it is, how it is serving you. And you've already figured out what you can do instead to serve yourself in a better way. Because all the ways in which we sabotage ourselves, they're just, misguided self-love. So we need to realize that and trust that life always serves us, and then look for better alternatives. And then, of course, there are energetic intrusions that have never really been part of us, but that we've attracted for some reason. And if that happens, then of course we need to declare that we don't want to have this in our lives and ask for guidance on how to let go of that. And the full moon is really an amazing occasion to do that, because on the full moon, after the full moon, the moon starts to wane again. So the energy is ebbing away. And with that ebbing away energy, you can let go of whatever you want to let go of. So on the full moon, you set that intention. And then in the next 2 weeks, until it's the new moon, you want to make sure that you continue this ritual in some way. For example, with breathing practice, where you're breathing out and focusing on what you're letting go of. But like I said, make sure that you're not trying to push something away. Make sure that you actually transcend the problem that you're facing by understanding how it serves you. Good. Any questions about this? Do let me know in the comments. And obviously the full moon is at the same time, it's this moment where for the 2 weeks that have gone before, something has been growing. Okay, so we also want to always take a moment on the full moon to appreciate that and really, feel a lot of gratitude for what we have in our lives that is working, that is beautiful. And also what's amazing about ourselves. It's so important always to come back to that gratitude that we have about ourselves. So yeah, and I love doing that before I'm trying to let go of anything else, because it's building like a beautiful foundation to work with. Hi, Nora Jane, how are you doing? And on the new moon, on the other hand, it's the opposite of things. It's like we can't see the moon. It's a dark sky. It's like the dark earth that we can place a seed into. It's like, the beginning of something new that we can then nurture, like we would nurture that seed that we've planted by making sure that it gets exposed to sunlight and watering the seed. so that it can grow. That's what we want to do on the new moon. So we start the ritual with setting an intention about what we want to manifest, what we want to welcome into our lives. And then over the next 2 weeks until the full moon, we do something every day to nurture that intention. So, you could, for example, think about, okay, so like I said before, manifesting something means becoming something. So what can I do if, for example, I want to manifest a car? Then you could be like, okay, why do I want a car? What does it make me feel like to have a car? And it might make you feel free. It might make you feel abundant. It might give you so many choices. So how can you start that process now? How can you start to feel free and abundant now? How can you give yourself lots of choices now? And then if you keep your focus on that, then you're making space. You're not contracting, but you're actually expanding. That's how you call things into your life, by being very specific about what you want and going for the feeling. Yeah, so that's basically what I wanted to share. This is how you can use the moon's energies, because they're influencing you whether you want to or not, especially us women. We've always been influenced by the moon. You might even notice, for those women of you who are not using any artificial means of contraception, you might feel that you are bleeding on the time just before the new moon, which is sort of the last phase of that letting go process. And our blood is a really, really good way to let go of whatever doesn't serve us. And so the moon is influencing you. So it absolutely makes sense to use that power, do those rituals, make time and space for yourself, because that's the only way that you can really start to consciously create your life. If you make time for a short daily practice that will get you where you want to get to, and if you use rituals, like really, an hour, for example, of time that you do at least every 2 weeks, at least on the full moon and the new moon, where you're like, okay, this is time I'm dedicating to myself. What is actually going on with my life? What do I really want? Where am I at? How do I feel? Just really making space for yourself is so important. If you want anything to change in your life, then this is the way to do it. And your willingness to do it and your showing up for yourself, that's what is really making sure that the universe will have your back. You first have to have your back yourself. And once you do, then there's all the forces of the universe that will join you in your efforts, which is beautiful. We first have to say, yeah, I'm worthy of that. That's how it works. Do let me know if there's any questions in the comments about how to do rituals for yourself and about what you can do on the full moon and on the new moon. It's really about, if you're not doing moon rituals yet, it's really about observing yourself as well. Like, for example, around the full moon, you might really feel this intensity in your life that like things are coming together. Some things are coming to fruition. It's beautiful. A circle is, closing itself. And some things are just really intensifying. It's like, the bright light of the moon is shedding a light onto whatever issue there might be in your life, so that you can then work to transform it. So it's a time of realizations, a time of completion. And on the new moon, it's exactly the opposite. It's when you come out of the circle of letting go, and then you've made lots of space to actually focus on manifesting, creating something new in your life. Yeah, so I think this was a pretty good recap of a rather complex subject. So do let me know if you have questions. And if you want to participate in the rituals that I do every full moon, every new moon in my Inner Women Circle, do let me know. I'm happy to send you info on it. You can also just go to lilith.podia.com, where you will find infos on the transformation and on the apprenticeship, my 2 core programs. In the transformation, I teach you shamanic journeying, so that you can really travel the realms of higher consciousness yourself and have the guidance from your spirit team, which is just something I would never, ever want to miss again. Having my personal spirit guide, having all of my power animals around me at all times is something so amazing. It really is like having a magic wand all of a sudden, because you feel like there's nothing you can't do, because you have the power of the whole universe in your back. So that's really amazing. And in the apprenticeship, we go one step further. I actually teach you how to become a shamanic healer, how to help others heal on the deepest level, on the core level, which is soul level of existence. So I not only teach you shamanic journeying for yourself, but I also teach you how you can use it to help others heal, and I actually help you to create your own healing business. So those are the two options you have. And yeah, if you're experimenting with your own rituals, do let me know how it goes and if you have any questions about it. And I would be really happy to welcome you soon in one of my rituals. Yesterday, for example, for the full moon, I did a transcendence ritual. I always have my drum at the ready for the rituals. This is my beautiful full moon drum, which I also use on the new moon. And what I do here is I guide you into a shamanic trance state so that you can really go very, very deep and actually really make a difference by accessing yourself on the deepest or the highest level, depending on whether we travel the subconscious or the superconscious. And yeah, yesterday we did a transcendence ritual, which really was all about directly stepping into whatever we are facing that we don't actually want to face. So with the shamanic drum, it's so easy to feel safe and really step into that, face it, and then transcend it, transmute it, because whatever is painful for us in our lives, it was at one point just a really good intention. It was pure love and light. And when we have the courage to face it, then it can, we can transcend it. It can transform back into what it was before. And often it's our most amazing superpowers that are really behind a problem like that, especially when it comes to repeating patterns in your life. Those are really there to show you that there's something that you need to go deeper with. And I'm really happy to help. If you want my help, I'd be really happy to welcome you into the transformation or the apprenticeship. So do let me know if you have questions about anything that I just shared. And I really look forward to staying in touch and to be back with you here next week. I'm still experimenting on the best time for this weekly live show. Now it's 2 p.m. here in Austria, and I did like a poll in the group about what was the best time for everybody, and this seemed to be it. But to be honest, you're not very active right now, so I might change the time around. In the evenings, my time, I always have the transformation and apprenticeship session, so I don't have much time, but I will make space for all of you because it's really important for me to just educate you on safe ways to to heal, to enjoy being you, to find your purpose, to really live that life of purpose and prosperity and delight that you deserve. Good. Let's check the comments. You love the drum idea, says Nora Jane. Yeah, my drum is my number one ally in all of my work. The shamanic drum beat reminds us of our mother's heartbeat in the womb. So it makes us feel so safe and connected. And there's a powerful spirit that lives in my drum as well. So all the rituals that I do, there is automatically all of that power behind, which is why there's so many amazing transformations that can happen in such an easy way. Nora, you're also saying, can I invite my mother-in-law to meet you? Meet me in person, meet me online. Of course you can, Nora Jane. This is my little one coming in right now. Hello, Lou. Gonna say hi here. Yeah, Nora Jane, just write me a message. Maybe she would like to join the circle if she is on Facebook, or you can also just write me an email about what you mean and what for. Yeah, of course, online, you're saying. Of course, Nora Jane, just invite her to the circle. And yeah, and I'm happy to help her in any way that I can. Okay, time for me to be with my little one here. It's so beautiful outside. It's very summery already here in Austria, so we're gonna go outside and play in the sunshine. Shall we do some hula hoop? Okay, here we go, ladies. Lots of love to all of you, and I'll be here with you again next week. And I'm here with you as well, obviously, if you want to send me a message. If you have questions, just let me know in the comments. Lots and lots of love. Mwah. Bye-bye.